Hey there. See him?
I do.
Look at that.
Oh my god. Let's get dinner.
You know that feeling when the words in the story are not really enough to believe at all? You sometimes need proof that these stories are not made up? Okay, yeah, that happens a lot. And there are actually many things that just sound too unbelievable, but at least we have these proofs. Our world is full of curiosities, and there are so many different things that we have not seen, and maybe never will, and we have collected some of those curiosities for you. Actually, if these 7 moments weren't caught on camera, no one would believe it. Number 7. Storm and Sky. When it comes to spectacular scenery, few people get a better view than airline pilots. But instead of keeping those beautiful panoramas to themselves, 747 pilot Christian Van Heijst took a stunning photo that he kindly shared with the rest of us. In addition to being a cargo plane pilot, Van Heijst calls himself a traveler, an adventurer, an admirer of natural light. The 33-year-old photographer shoots with a Nikon D800. From an early age on, I have found great joy in capturing the beauty of natural light in all of its forms, writes Heijst on his website. Later on, I combined that with flying and a new passion emerged. Seeing the world in my job, I feel privileged to be in a position to capture many different parts of the planet through my camera and immortalize the beauty of the places I visit. Number 6. Salmon swimming across a road. Most of the time, Skokomish Valley Road in Washington is a quiet 2-lane street with the occasional car passing by. But every year around November, the roads find itself heavy with traffic as a motorcade of shimmering chum salmon exit the nearby Skokomish River and cross the road in a frenzy. Their destination is anticlimactic, as most of the thousands of salmon who cross the road just end up flopping to their deaths in a field and are then picked up by a passing raccoon or a hawk. The annual phenomenon caught the attention of internet users when a Washington resident named Diana Cannonberg posted a short video of the salmon traffic jam online. While wildlife crossing is not particularly unusual in the Evergreen State, the animals blocking traffic are usually not fish. But this spot is special. The salmon crossing happens almost every year at the same location around 5 miles down the Skokomish River, says Aaron Default, salmon policy analyst for the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. Default credits a unique combination of factors that often coincide in mid to late November: heavy autumn rains, peak chum salmon returns, and a stretch of river prone to flooding that happens to be right next to the road. The river overflows its banks, and you'll get a whole bunch of fish that'll just follow wherever the river is, says Default, even when following the river means crossing a road. Some of the salmon will backtrack and make it back to the river, but most will die in the fields where they become fertilizer or food, according to Default. Although it may be distressing to see so many salmon lose their way, Default says the location of the fish means they are probably from a nearby hatchery, where chum salmon are born in a human-managed environment and then released into rivers to supplement wild populations. They are pretty close to the end of their journey, he says. Default says the nearby salmon hatcheries usually return more fish than they need on an annual basis, so losing a couple thousand every year doesn't make much of a difference from a population standpoint. Sometimes we can surplus tens of thousands, says Default. We're talking like 30 to 40,000 sometimes. So the scale just isn't quite commensurate with there being either a financial or conservation issue.
Hey there. See him?
I do.
Look at that.
Oh my god. Let's get dinner.
Number 5. Plane breaking the sound barrier. Military aircraft routinely accelerate to speeds greater than the local sound speed. Historically, this was referred to as breaking the sound barrier. The passage from subsonic to supersonic speeds is accompanied by some unusual phenomena which lie in the realm of nonlinear mechanical events involving some degree of chaos. One of the extraordinary sights associated with the supersonic transition is the production of a suddenly visible vapor cloud around the aircraft. The report of the photographers is that they snap the shutter when they hear the sonic boom, which certainly associates the cloud with the breaking of the sound barrier. The photos of the event look pretty unreal and kind of like an art piece, doesn't it? Number 4. Landslide in Japan. A landslide is defined as the movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. Landslides are a type of mass wasting, which denotes any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. Almost every landslide has multiple causes. Slope movement occurs when forces acting downslope, mainly due to gravity, exceed the strength of the Earth's materials that compose the slope. Causes include factors that increase the effects of downslope forces and factors that contribute to low or reduced strength. Landslides can be initiated in slopes already on the verge of movement by rainfall, snow melt, changes in water level, stream erosion, changes in groundwater, earthquakes, volcanic activity, disturbance by human activities, or any combination of these factors. But this landslide in Japan is looking unbelievable, but fortunately, no one was injured. Number 3. Vulture attacking a man. The black vulture is considered a threat by cattle ranchers due to its predatory nature on newborn cattle. The droppings produced by black vultures and other vultures can harm or kill trees and other vegetation. And here's a video of a Russian paraglider's first Himalayan flight that could have well been his last, after he collided with a griffin vulture midair and his canopy became tangled. This could have gone disastrously wrong in so many ways, but he kept his cool and managed to land safely by deploying his emergency parachute. He landed without any trauma, and that is a huge miracle, right?
Стоять, блядь! Сука, пи***, ебаный, не клюй мои стропы! Я тебе сейчас в очко въебу! Все, беги, нахуй, сука!
Number 2. Stairway to Heaven Fireworks. If you're looking for inspiration for your best party, look no further than this incredible firework ladder that blazes its way into the sky. This fiery art installation was created by renowned Chinese-born artist Kai Guoqiang in June of 2015, and is pretty amazing. It begins like a standard fireworks show, but quickly lights up gasp-inducing ladder that just keeps on climbing higher and higher into the sky. They worked on the display for more than 20 years, and this was his third attempt to create what he calls the Sky Ladder. There is also now a Netflix documentary called Sky Ladder, all about the journey. The ladder, made of 5,000 meters of fused material and golden-colored fireworks, was held aloft by a helium balloon. The ladder burned brightly for approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Local residents chipped in to help deploy the ladder, making it a real community effort, one of the themes of the piece. He even saw the piece as being symbolic of his childhood, his village, relatives, and friends, and as a symbol of hope. He said, "Gradually, I began to create works with gunpowder, and my works became more conceptual. Creating art has always been enjoyable and amusing. It has been my time-space tunnel." Number 1. Symmetrical volcano. On May 24th, 1969, a deep rumbling started within Kilauea, the largest of the volcanoes comprising the island of Hawaii. Those were the first moments of the historical Mauna Ulu eruption, a spectacular outpour of lava that lasted for a total of 1,774 days, at the time becoming the longest eruption in at least 2 millennia. Staff at the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory had noted the magma reservoir underneath the tip of the volcano had started to swell, but they still didn't expect the magnificent activity that lasted well into the summer of 1974. So huge was this eruption that the cooling lava created a whole new landscape on the side of Kilauea. of the side of the mountain, earning it the growing mountain name, or Mauna Ulu. In 1969, 12 huge lava fountains erupted at the site, and much of this activity has been captured for posterity in glorious photographs. Usually the lava just explodes all over the place without any rhyme or reason, making this beautiful, perfectly rounded dome fountain all the more special. By the way, the foreground is not the ocean, as it might seem at first glance. It's actually a landscape of cooled lava. Well, let's be honest, most of the people would swear that the symmetrical shape is Photoshopped, but that's just how it was. Which of these moments were the most unbelievable for you? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching.